So partway through making this video, a YouTuber by the name It's Taken also released his FNAF 4 AI video, so it probably looks like I copied him, but I actually have an alibi because as you can see, I responded to a comment on one of my previous videos referencing this project before his came out. Overall, his video is really good and he goes into detail on some of the mechanics and not just AI, so if you want more after this video, I'll have a link to his in the description. Over the past few weeks, I've challenged myself to beat the hardest FNAF 4 challenge, 420 mode. After a couple hours of trying, I was able to get past the first section by making it to 4 AM, but when 4 AM is hit, Nightmare spawns, and he would drive me into madness. Twice I was maybe 10 seconds away from beating the night before being killed. After many hours of attempts, I came to the conclusion that I needed to better understand how Nightmare works, along with the other animatronics, so I could develop an optimal strategy. I tried searching around the internet for an explanation of how the AI works, but came up empty-handed. There was zero documentation on how FNAF 4 worked on the internet. At this point, I was desperate, so I decompiled FNAF 4 and tried to better understand how the animatronics worked. The spaghetti code I found was nearly unreadable, so I started a near month-long project to organize it. I decided to make a video out of this because I realized a lot of other people must also be looking for a complete explanation on FNAF 4's inner workings, and because I loved a video on FNAF 1's AI made by Tech Rules, so I'll leave a link to that video in the description. In short, each animatronic has an AI level between 1 and 20. For Bonnie, every 5 seconds he'll compare a random number to his AI level. If the random number meets or exceeds his AI level, he'll move, making him move more often with a higher AI level. Think of the AI level as a percentage of how good his odds are to move on an opportunity. AI 1 is 5%, AI 2 is 10%, all the way up to a 100% chance at AI level 20. Bonnie will move around the entire left side of the house in this pattern. Bonnie starts in the center of the living room. On his next movement, he'll move to the left living room. From here, his next movement will have an equal chance to move to the hall or back to the center of the living room. When he's in the hall, he'll always move to right outside your door. When he's by your door, the game will accept every other successful movement opportunity to move back into the hall. When Bonnie is by your door and you have your door closed on him, it'll take at most 3 seconds for him to go back to the left living room. It's important to note that if your door is shut and he's in the far hall, he'll teleport to your door and you won't be able to send him back unless you open and close your door again, so you really need to listen for his breathing before you shut your door. If you shine your light on Bonnie and he's outside your door, he'll kill you. Every second Bonnie's at the door, a timer will increment by 1. This timer only pauses when he's sent back to the hall and will only reset when he's in any part of the living room. The number the timer has to reach for Bonnie to enter attack mode is equal to 20 minus the night number, meaning it ranges from 19 seconds on night 1 all the way to a mere 12 seconds on night 8. When Bonnie is entered attack mode, you can still ward him away at the door and survive because he'll wait for you to look at your bed. When you do so, he'll either wait for you to turn around or force you to turn around on every 4-second interval. Strangely, Bonnie has an extra mechanic that is out of place and I haven't seen anyone talk about. From nights 2 to 4, Bonnie can actually teleport to your door once per night between hours 3 and 6 if you're looking forward in your bedroom, meaning it could also never happen. Thankfully though, on the harder nights like Nightmare or 420 mode, this is disabled. Chica works exactly the same as Bonnie with a couple small exceptions. Chica wanders on the right side of the house and will never go back to the center of the living room throughout the night, although she does spawn there. Instead of wandering back, she'll move into the kitchen, where you can hear her quietly from anywhere but twice as loudly if you're listening at her door. Contrary to many casual players' beliefs, Foxy doesn't actually start in the closet, but the center living room. With Foxy, it's also important to mention that he won't move around the house any faster than when he's at AI level 10. From the center, he'll have an equal chance to run to the left living room or the right living room. From either side, he has a 90% chance to run to the other side, but when the other 10% occurs, he'll run down to the far hall. When he's in either far hall, you can ward him off with your flashlight, but as soon as you run to the opposite door, he'll run into your closet. When Foxy is in the closet, he has a counter, where 0 is a plushie and 10 is about to kill you. When he enters the closet, his counter is set to a random number from 3 to 7. If he has a successful move in the closet, his counter will increase by 1, but every second you have the closet door shut, it'll decrease by 1. When Foxy's counter reaches 10, you're dead. Interestingly, when you shine your light on the bed, a timer starts. If it reaches 15 seconds, Foxy will kill you. The timer resets when this graphic plays on screen, meaning you run to another location. Freddy is easily the most unique animatronic so far, with him not following any movement opportunity system. In fact, there is 0 randomness in Freddy's behavior, making him completely predictable. Unlike Foxy, he does indeed start the night on the bed and has no roaming mode. Freddy has a special counter just like Foxy, this time going all the way to 80. Assuming Mad Freddy isn't on, Freddy's AI level is added to the counter every 4 seconds. If Mad Freddy is on, the counter will be incremented by 5 every 2 seconds, ignoring his AI level. This also means that on AI levels higher than 10, Default Freddy is actually more aggressive than Mad Freddy, but the highest Freddy's AI level ever goes is on 420 mode, where despite the name of the challenge, it only goes to 6. To ward off Freddy, shining your light on the bed will subtract 20 from his counter every second. But most of the time, Freddy hasn't accumulated. Instead, his Freddles will sit on the bed. 10 and below, nothing will be on your bed. From 11 to 20, 1 Freddle will be on your bed. From 21 to 30, 2 Freddles will be on your bed. From 31 to 59, 3 Freddles will be on your bed. Finally, at 60 and above, Freddy himself will jump scare you when you shine your light at the bed. He won't kill you, however, when you aren't flashing your light at him, unless his counter is at least 80. As one last strange Easter egg, similar to Foxy, if you're not on night 1 and you haven't run to a different location for at least 30 seconds, Freddy will supercharge and his counter will increment by 5 every second. Note before I start this section, unless specified otherwise, I'll refer to both Nightmare and Fredbear as just Fredbear. Also, when I mention him entering your room, he has an equal chance to move to your closet or bed. Although Fredbear does follow a similar movement system to Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, he has a chance to move every 3 seconds rather than 5. He'll start in the center of the living room and will have an equal chance to move left or right. When he's on either end of the living room, he'll have a 50% shot to move to the other side or to move down to the far hall where he'll freeze. If you have your door shut on Fredbear on a 3-second interval, he'll move to the living room on the opposite side of the house. Very surprisingly, if Fredbear has been in a door for at least 10 seconds and you run to the opposite door, he'll enter your room without laughing, which is pretty much a death sentence either way. Every night there's a different amount of time where you can shine your light on Fredbear without him killing you, varying from half a second to a third of a second. Similar to the light, the amount of time where Fredbear can be in the hall without killing you is unique to different nights. Nights 5 and 6, it will take him 15 seconds. Nightmare 10, and 420 only 8. On nights 5 and 6, there will be an opportunity with a 50% success rate every 30 seconds for Fredbear to enter the room and laugh. On Nightmare and 420 modes, he'll have this opportunity every 20 seconds, but there's also a 10% chance for him to laugh without entering your room every 10 seconds. When Fredbear is in the closet, you can shut your closet doors and he'll return to either side of the living room after at most 3 seconds, but on the bed it takes only from 1 to 2. If Fredbear was in your room for at least 10 seconds and you just ran back from the closet or bed, he'll kill you. And he'll do this no matter what after 20 seconds, though on Nightmare and 420 modes, he'll kill you after a mere 11 seconds. As far as I know, that should be it, but if you think I've gotten anything wrong or have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll respond to as many as I can. There are some other games in this series that have very mysterious AI, such as the 6th game, so let me know which other ones you'd like me to cover. That should be the video now, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.